Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cat and Beats, and welcome to the fifth installment already. We're going to be continuing with an in-the-box mixing and mastering series with Satinka here. We're limiting ourselves to the Waves plugin company because they're a 90s plugin company, and this is a 90s type of song. So it's good times. Now, in this session, what we're going to be doing is kind of finalizing this tiny little loop here. So we're not finalizing the song, but it's more a how far can we push it type of deal. And in next week's session, we're going to be finalizing the whole song as a whole. So right now, I like to call this a test master or a pre-master, where we just kind of get everything as perfect as possible for this tiny little loop, and then hopefully everything else will kind of fall into place. Now, if you want to support this channel, please do so. Go over to Patreon and support me, because there you can also download this project file and you can ask questions there. I can reverse engineer sounds specifically, and yeah, it's a good little community. We can get in contact via Skype. Just good fun all around. Anyway, let's get started. Let's have a little listen. What I already set up is a 1 button, which means an A-B button. I have here the before we got started, and here we have an after. So yeah, let's have a little listen and see what the problem is currently. So before, let's start with that. This is after. Before. And after. What I'm doing with this little meter here is just checking how the peak values are and how loud we are going to begin with. So the after, we're about -7-ish, and with the before, we're peaking around -5-ish. Okay, so besides looking at the track, listening to it, I'm thinking that the before is nice and bright, and the after is a bit too dark for my... It sounds extremely scooped, and with scooped, I mean this. Not a good sign, by the way. So it sounds like this right now, and the middle is scooped out. You scoop it, so it's a scooped sound. Not really, I mean, smiley faces EQs are great and all, but let's just try giving just a general bump in the middle here. And turning this on and off. And let's try the before and after on that as well. I would need a really wide bell curve here, and I think I'm just going to leave that the way that is. Now, before I'm going to get into a limiter, because that's what I'm going to move into, I just want to address some issues that I'm hearing. The first one is the hi-hat frequency thing in the drums. It's really wide, the hi-hat shaker thing. It's like tsaka 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 tsaka, and I'm not really happy with it, and it's too top heavy. So I think it's this. No, this. Yeah, the left channel is a little bit annoying. So let's just make this shaker less wide. You can even see that it's out of wonk as well, like as in one channel is a lot louder than the other channel. Nah, not really a fan of that right now. Because at the end of the day, it's not working for us currently. So let's just put the width down. Oh wait, we can use an S1 imager for that. Sorry, I just have these standard things that I use. S1 imager is literally just a width control. Cool. Okay, let's see how that sounds in the track and see if I still have that issue. This one's also a little bit over on the bright side. I can see that I already fixed that beforehand. Let's cut that a bit. It's weird, it still sounds really wide. I'm not... What is that sound? I'm just gonna try and isolate it because there's something bothering me. It's the shaker. Ah. Okay, that sounds a little bit nicer. Sorry, sometimes I go a little bit crazy when something bothers me, so I just kind of have to double check it. Ah, that's better. Great. All right. So now that we have all that, I think what we can do is have one final A/B, and then let's go over to the limiters that we have at our disposal, specifically for waves. With the L1, I only have the L1 limiter. Oh well, isn't there like an? Oh man, I'm sorry guys. I only have an L1 limiter. I guess I never got around to any of the other limiters. That sucks. So let's just try this limiter out and see what it sounds like. Wow, this is new. I've never used this before. L1 limiter. Oh, you have the L1 limiter and the L2, no? L2 and you have an L3 as well. Why wouldn't you call that limiter? Yeah, this one, and then you have an L3. Maximizer, multi-maximizer. All right, let's have a playthrough and see what we can do here. You have an L4 as well. I'm not that well versed. Okay, so we have this, and this. Interesting. So I'm having a little look around here. Let's start with the L1. Let's do a limiter shootout. I think that would be a good time. Let's start with the L1 here. Let's also have one last listen to the overall sound, and let's see which sound will give me, which limiter will give me the sound that I'm looking for. Took away a lot of energy from those claps, so let me just, from that 16th group here, so let me just put that back up. Okay, cool. So let's go in here and see what we can do. So what I want is What I want out of this limiter is for it to focus, give me a sound up there. So the low end it's a bit over the top. So I want the limiter to really go onto that one. So let's just put this threshold down. Put the output ceiling down a tiny little bit as well. Put the threshold down and see what it will do for us. Oh, make it louder, obviously. Jesus Christ. What I'm also going to quickly do is use an Ozone 8 plugin here, just so that I can monitor my LUFS as well, and we can set all of them to the same LUFS, and then we can shoot them out. So we're going to set everything to a -9 LUFS. Wow! Sorry about that. Let's set it to -9 really fast. Man, this thing reacts heavy. So 4 dB down, so that's -5.9 here. Okay, great. Now before we go on with that one, let's just leave this one alone for a second. Let's set the other one, and let me just check how much gain reduction. That's -5.9, so we should have the same reaction with the L2 here. Woo. -1 here, and -5.9. And what do we have here? We have 24-bit depth, type 1. There's already dithering in this. Shaping, normal, ultra, none. I have no clue what the difference is. So we'll just leave it on normal for now. And we're going to talk about release times in a bit. So let's just see if this gives the same amount of loudness. Yep, it does perfectly. Good. And then let's shoot out with the last one, the Ultra 3. What a name, eh? -5.9, and let's go over here to -1, and then let's see what we have here. Type 1 dither, normal, 24-bit, basic profile. Okay. Extreme analog. Okay. Whatever. So let's have a little listen to this one as well, and then look. Ah, this one reacts a lot less heavy. You see that? So let's set it down a bit more. Okay, great. So we now have 3 limiters set up. Let's shoot them out, and then after that also touch upon release settings. Let's first start with number 1 and see what we feel of the sound. And remember what we're looking for. We're looking for a more top-end, mid-heavy sound, pretty much. I just want those mids to come out. So the fun thing to do now is to, so I have number 2 here. I feel that the L1 is keeping everything a bit more oomphy, and the 2 is giving a little bit more mid. The best part is to close your eyes and see if you can actually tell. So I'm going to press number 2 a million times, close my eyes and see. Let's have a good time together. I think this is the L2 already. Yeah, this is the L1. Oh wait. It is L1, L2. Yeah, so I got, woo! So definitely not feeling the L1 because I don't want more low end. Let's now do a shootout between number 3 as well. Let's have a listen to this. I can't hear a difference. So let's now start messing with release times as well. See if we would mess with release times, if that then starts messing things up. So here we have release, and here we have release on this one. Let's put it as fast as possible. Oh, I can't. What is ARC? Oh, intelligent release control or something. Let's put it as fast as possible. See what happens. Okay, there's definitely a difference in sound, and it sounds really weird to me, but it's almost as if the... wait, let me see. This is that moment where you think you're crazy, but to be honest, I thought I heard a difference, but I just can't really hear the difference that well. So I'm gonna do a shootout anyway, see what happens, and just yeah, maybe there won't be a difference. I don't know. Let's see if I can tell the difference. The characteristics of the L2 in my head, for some weird reason, is still that it has mids, and that the low end is coming a bit more. It's becoming a bit more flat, and that the L3 is leaving a little bit more room to breathe. But it almost feels like, after I press number 2 really fast, both of them equal out the same type of feel. What does this semi-separated mean? See, this is something that this is a basic profile. Now I can hear the difference. Okay, so the L3 is giving more body and warm low end, and the L2 is giving that mid feeling. Anyway, let's now have a closed eye A and B and hope for the best. Are you ready? There's L3. There's L2. So I'm gonna... Oh my god, I had the wrong way around. Anyway, we're gonna stick with the L2 because it just has a warmer feeling for me and it feels better. You know what? I still can't tell the difference. Anyway, I hope you had a good time with that one. I'm just going to get rid of this ultra maximizer because they're both doing the same thing. The ultra maximizer just needs one more extra dB to put in to get the same amount of LUFS. So let's tell the ultra maximizer to just go away. Let's stick to the old one, but interesting one. And let's start messing with the release timing here as well. So the slower the release is, the more you'll notice the release. All right. So if you put a really slow release, I can't even hear it. Okay. You know what I like about this one? We're not doing any gain reduction and we're already getting that -9. Hello? Yep. We're getting a -1 dB gain reduction, so that's really nice. that means that the release time doesn't really matter too much. It's not adding any distortion. So normally if you would add a really fast release time, what will happen is you'll get a distortion thing. But seeing that we have almost no gain reduction, we can get away with a fast distortion. But I'll leave it on this arc, whatever arc stands for. And just leave it like that. And remember, fast release time, you can get your song louder, but you can also get it more distorted. Slow release time, you'll get it less loud, and you'll notice the significant pumping if you have a out of control transient type of track. All right, then we have dither, 22 bits, 20 bit, 18 bit, 16 bit. Let's just keep it on 24 bits, type 1, type 2, none. Okay, shaping, ultra, none. Okay, moderate, normal. So what that corresponds to, it's the same thing here, and visually you can actually see that. So you have type 1, type 2, which do they have that here? No, they don't. Basically, there are different types of waveforms that, and dither is just a tiny little bit of noise. If you want to know about dither, then I highly suggest you check out Ian Shepherd's grueling, like 1 or 2 hour session on the mastering show. It's quite a long one. Anyway, I'll just leave it like that. This was this session. I'm gonna now also have a little bit of an A/B before as well. The limiter didn't do as much as I thought it was going to do, and that's fine. Let's also check this one with a limiter, and just kind of A/B them both together. That would add like 60 dB or so. So overall for this session, I think that's it. That's where we'll leave it. And for the next session, I'm going to fix every single little problem that still remains. For instance, the very hard LFO side chaining on the 16th group, the over-the-top clap that is too sharp currently. But overall, I'm quite happy with the result. It's a smaller result than the usual result, but yeah, quite happy. I'll see you guys. Actually, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks because I'm gonna be somewhere else for a bit. Take care, see ya, peace out, and have a lovely day.